Oh no, my thing was off. Anyway, I'm just going to tell you what I said before. Okay, now I know that it's working. It was basically Bart Simpson had a thing with ADHD tablets, and it's basically, oh, if ADHD tablets work that easily, if ADHD tablets allow you to focus quickly, it would be really useful, and that would be like really easy to like focus. I would love that. I would also like to point out. Okay, let's see if I can focus on desert. See if I have. I. It's like that would be really useful for me to have. Too bad I don't have it. Well, you can buy it. I would. Okay. I. I would like to point out. I don't think that's how ADHD. I'm gonna wait until Bart's like this has all been a scam because ADHD tablets don't make you that productive. Because this sounds too good to be true. ADHD allows me to focus. It doesn't. And I'd like to point out, if that's the case, that's because some people don't like ADHD tablets because there is some personal, I think, side effects to it, to some. Mine's, I don't think, have too much. Allows me to be more focused, but not too much. I feel like... but being like, if you don't want to be medicated, which is a choice, it is a thing that you can... Shoot for tires. It's like, that I love how confident the police are. Where it's like, shoot for tires. I was like, excuse me, I would like to point out it's a tank. It's like, I'm tired of you incompetence. Like, well, I can't do anything. There are no wheels. What do you expect me to do? Yeah, I was about to be like... Okay. Ritalin. I think Ritalin's an ADHD tablet. Ritalin. So, it is an ADHD tablet. And the reason why I know it is because if I'm correct, that was... I don't know why I searched that. I just basically searched Ritalin ADHD. It was like, yeah, it's an ADHD tablet. Oh, good. It confirms what I literally went through. Which was me who had ADHD basically having ADHD. having ADHD tablets. The amount of like. So we've got 3 more. Which one's gonna appear first? I feel like it's gonna be this one. I love it. That like I barely had time. That like these are just still sending over. Like we're sending them over. That was like 3. That were already like. It was like we're nearly there. We're nearly there. We're done. No, this was a waste of time. I was like, if he was so smart, how is he dead? Because that's mortality. People die. That's just mortifying. That was you. I was like, we have a certain percentage that is paid, but I'm still hung up by that. Like, it's probably true that some people go around with that because there's certain like things that you do with like food, and there's like there's certain legalities, and it's like, are you absolutely kidding me? Whereas, like, certain companies will be like, oh, there's a certain percentage of recycled paper. Yeah, what is that? 0. It is a percentage. Yeah. I think legally, I don't know if you could put 0 as a percent, because a percent, you could, I think, legally put, I think that would count as, like, suing based on, like, legal, like, about being missold a product, because by definition of a percentage, you can make the argument that it's like you could claim that, like, by you saying 8% is at least more than 1%, by 0% you could claim it is a. Jesus, oh, that sounds horrible. That just sounds gross. Oh, care! He doesn't care! Dun, dun, dun. You just... That's the one thing about me about doing reviews, is the problem is most of the stuff is just I'm fine with it, which doesn't do well as a review. Because the idea of it is that you're meant to sort of, it's sort of like trying to like create a way to like see... I love it. Oh, legitimately a way that I wouldn't mind dying. Having something so chocolatey, I'd die. I'd be like, I would be like, so if Homer doesn't want it, can I have it? No? No? Aren't you sure that I can't have it? It's like, it will kill you. Your point is, your point is, can't I still have it? Is it starting to be found in your country? Okay, then let's get code out. So I can increase that, and then let's get this to, I think. Oh, shoot. Okay. Yeah. And I lost. Of horror, and I'm fine with that. It's like, why would you need to remember that? It's like, remember, you could die through this thing. It's like, what? Why would you say that? That sounds very stupid. Okay. Yeah, I like super speed. gonna be the first time I'm gonna have it on super speed.
All passengers, please proceed to gate 4.
Oh shoot. Wait, no. Death agrees! Yep.
337 for Bravo Bravo Papa.
Wait, let's just do all categories. COVID-19, someone's made it. Oh. That's an interesting film. Okay, now I got it. Can I change? Nope, I can't change this.
Flight 291 is now boarding. All passengers, please proceed to gate 4.
Why does this look like there's nothing and everything? Okay, it's very confusing.
Flight
Exit.
291 is now boarding.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Passengers, please proceed
Okay,
to
well,
gate
Nightmare Plague. This sounds very horrifying. What do you mean? No, it's not. It is! What?
291 is now boarding. All passengers, please proceed to gate 4.
So yeah. Bye. Bye. I hope you enjoy, and good night. Oh, let's start. We're gonna be. Can you stop falling? Thank you. Let's move this here. Let's play. Oh no, up there. Yeah, this is gonna be Plague Inc. Also, I know technically I said it on Cuphead, but because I downloaded a couple of more Crunchyroll because I am an anime junkie, it was moved forward. So if you just watch the Plague Inc. and you don't know this, also you might be missing a couple of my thoughts on a couple of Simpsons episodes. I say that like that's important, or who cares? Is on the right one? Which one I got? Nope. Yeah, that's what I used to record with. Yeah. I want to maybe get this Power Wash Simulator, maybe. Also, I forgot to say this in the Simpson one, but I finally got caught up to the episode 1 of two things. One episode that I've actually fully watched, which is essentially Krusty having a episode, and that was the last episode that I didn't finish, but it actually is on now. And that was one episode that I watched when I was younger. Oh, wait, sound. But also, I watched the episode where Ned's wife dies. Krusty, are you in or are you out? Okay, so I just need to yeah, not what I clicked. Okay, is it good? Is it good? Good. He's not coming back. In the dark, da. Sorry, I forgot it. I kind of find it useful, but you get my point. Whereas, like, I get. Whereas, like, stuff like this thing could get you like cancer, and it's like seriously bad. It also has environmental, like, there are more greenhouse gases produced by cows farting. Actually, search that up. It's a thing. It's all really effed up and stupid, and there is actual benefits to that. But if you say, as like, oh, you're a horrible person because you eat cows, or like, oh, would you eat a human? Two questions. One, are you just implying a cow is just as important as a human being? If you say a dog, personally me, no, but I don't think it tastes good, and if people do eat it, that's not for me to say. People do eat dogs, and I'm not gonna complain. It's like, that's a thing. I would like to point out that all of these people are fucking idiots. It's like, oh yeah, we're gonna bid for one tree. How much do you think you're gonna get for that one tree? It is one tree. You are not gonna get for it. It's like, how much paper do you think you're actually gonna get? Like, the tree's old, the tree's big. But most likely, if it's an old tree, it's not made with anything, like, useful. It's like, what?
going to not succeed, not succeed, not succeed. Dad. Oh, I actually have the right one. Okay.
Flight 291 is now boarding. All passengers, please proceed to gate 4.
Thank you. I was like, yes, very important, but do kids know that? No, probably not. Well, that makes sense. I just have a terrifying thing. Let me just. Oh no, never mind. Real disease. I would like to point out. It's like I would like to point out that doesn't exist anymore. Who watches the news when I can get news from here? It's like realistically, there is a thing where it's like you can't take certain things for granted, but that's the same. I'm not gonna say trust everything you hear online. Correct, but you can't say the same like you can't trust everything you hear online, but you can trust everything you can hear on the news. Because they both have biases. That's my point. Whereas, like, I love that you can use YouTube places. How does this work with people who do? You know who the dog is, and you know that he won't run away. You're their doctor. This only works with people who don't know you. I'm like, I can probably see he's too much of an egotist that he probably does not know. Like, Bart's known enough that he should know who Bart is and know that Bart's not blind. He's like well known in town, and yet at the same time he's like, oh well, I can't see. It's like, excuse me. Question: do you actually believe this? I don't think I'm gonna win this. So I'd like to point out that wouldn't work. Excuse me, objection leading the witness. It's like we have arrested you for carjacking. We will tell you you are being arrested for carjacking. So it shouldn't be news that's like, if you're being interrogated, then it's like carjacking. I haven't said anything about carjacking. But if you arrest someone, you have to arrest someone with what you are guilty of. That's how that works. Fat or not is here to say that's not what the word fat means. Public test 2. Okay. This seems a bit good. Besides this, but that would be like just a rare chance with the plane is going a bit too fast. Okay, let's get a couple of this. Yeah, I wouldn't trust that. I'd be like, yeah, no. I'm getting a lot of stuff, so I feel like it's slow enough. I feel like it's fine. The fact that no, but they actually have got sedentary up, so it could mean.
Ring around the rosy, talk to all of those. And swish, y'all fall down. And swish, y'all fall down.
I love it's like that's the one man you don't kill. So you're saying there's people you would kill. Question: who's on that list, and should I be worried? Asking for a friend. Start in France. Oh, the reason why is just it's just a custom one. Like technically, I would start in Saudi Arabia. Is it Saudi Arabia? The one that's in the middle that like has all the planes go everywhere. But right now, I'm going to see if I could like modify again. Test 6, is it? Scenarios. Okay. Yeah. Test 6. I'll public transfer. Yeah, who cares? Like if you're being brainwashed by so Severity, lethality, infectivity. Right. Yeah, that's fine. Infectivity. How much does this cost? Single tray. Greater position. 19. I'm gonna put it at 30. But what's the biggest one? Yeah, the biggest one is 0.3. This one I'm going straight up turn into 1. Could be. Okay, retest this. Mostly I set it up here because of stuff. That makes sense.
Flight 291 is now boarding. All passengers, please proceed to gate 4.
Yeah, why didn't you lock it? You moron! Also, another episode I somewhat. Actually, not an episode I finished. It's an episode I do know about. Based off Reputation.
Flight 291 is now boarding. All passengers, please proceed to gate 4.
Yeah. Publisher. Did you? That seems like the most unpractical Okay, so I'm going to that's publicize phrase. But I'm then going to play. Oh, publish us. Publish a Plague Evolved scenario to Steam Workshop. I've already done that ages ago. I'm confused. Because this is gonna be way over an hour, and I'm just gonna. This is me loading this, being an idiot.
Flight 291 is now boarding. All passengers, please proceed to gate 4.
You can do that, yet you can't give each other high fives. Greenpeace. I don't remember. Jesus. Your chapter died. Priorities. Okay, I wish I could do this all.
Flight 291 is
How many crimes will Bond commit in this series?
Gate 4.
We've got stealing up on his car. We've got stealing in general. How is it not an episode where those things? Besides, like, alright, so. Oh, I accidentally bought the wrong thing. Yay. I need to restart this. I'm gonna restart it. Half sizes.
Flight 291 is now boarding. All passengers, please proceed to Gate 4.
I'd also like to point out that that doesn't exactly work because, you know, sometimes you have external factors. Like, having someone who is autistic and it's just like, oh, just supervise them. That won't solve. Cold water in you. Also, again, this is why it's like, there's a certain amount of like time where it's like, yeah, no, you don't need it for this. That's the one weird thing. You can certainly start seeing what the show would put in as a pattern, like on season 13. Which is so weird to think about, like 13. Yeah, I'm just waiting for this to go down so I can be like, it loses. So why is... Okay, Bart's supposedly 10. Why is Bart drinking Mountain Dew? I'm sorry, I know this is not the point of the episode, or anything, but I would like to point out I don't think a kid should be drinking Mountain Dew. Why is a 10-year-old drinking? You already have enough energy. Why do you need more? That sounds like that's like why. Anything but a smile, no. Yeah. I don't know if I can do that. I feel like, oh, well. Weirdly enough, that's the most military and unmilitary thing. It's like holding a gun up, being like, and then just doing roll the buttons on myself. And then it's like, I was like, here, Tony. Wow, what do you think? Ah, Jesus, what the fuck? Okay. Okay, let me actually just do this. Like,
Flight 291 is now
there's
boarding.
so many
All
plays. What the
passengers,
fuck?
please proceed
This is
to
the
gate
weirdest
4.
experience ever. I love celebrating. You always get the UK referendum.
Flight 291 is now boarding. All passengers, please proceed to gate 4. I was like, what are you taking courses on? Ow, ow. Change. I'm taking classes in computer board. I would legitimately love a sitcom based in a university that does just crime comedy. Welcome to Murder 101, how to best murder your neighbor. Now today's class is about disposing a body. Now methods to dispose of a body include like just cutting the body up. You could also use acid, but that is a thing that will be tracked and people might know where they are.
Season. It doesn't matter because overall, I feel like even if most likely I might get really close to finishing this season and next season by this all. I also haven't been bothered to like. I've got a whole note system on the Simpsons, but I haven't updated it because I know I'm gonna be like watching a couple of episodes, and like I do the same thing for like the weekend. So if I get the weekend, come in, place. Uh, if I do one thing, which it okay, so what I'm like, I sometimes am. I just need to wait for this. I admit it's a bit frantic. I also admit. It's also mad. Now I just need to wait. But that. I'm just gonna open this. That. Get cured revolved. I'm not that interested in it, and yeah, probably for my birthday, maybe. That could be something useful, and I can do it like a disease cure. That could be like an idea. Also, yeah, no, it's right here. Anyway, let's just check the sound. Let's see if that works. Hello? Does that work well? Yeah, I think that's good. Okay. It's one of those things where I won't do until, you know. Also, the other thing which, I said, I was going to, because I was going to like get some medical stuff, mostly blood tests, because I think something to do with like my ADHD blood tests for, I think it's something to do with the tablet that I'm taking. We went back because I couldn't get the amount that I get because the Pacific brand wasn't available, so we need to go to the person, ask if he could put generic brand, which is probably better in the long run, so I don't need to be like, do you have this one? And it's like, no, we don't have this one, but we have this, and I know it's a little bit off, but that's overall the idea of what we can get. The idea, the other thing that I might do would be, the other thing that we are, so I think they're also demonizing that, which nowadays I don't think they do. Because iTunes, I don't think existed past 2015. Like, it exists, but not as, like, a thing that was used. Like, I remember when I was younger, but I'm like, oh, who has an iTunes and an iPod? Not iTunes, like, who's listening to the latest song on the iPod? Same with the DS. I remember back when that was a thing. I'd like to point out, most people think gods exist. Gods exist, but I'm pretty sure gods wouldn't come down for like a marriage. Like if that's the case, like people would already know gods exist if that was the case. Just go outside being like, I need to go for a walk. And not whatever the beat that is. If you're taking a staircase or ladder to see people in their rooms, what did you want us to expect? Going to the hospital, jeez. Why do you want to go to the hospital? It probably means you have something bad. Okay. I kidnapped your cat, and I am not going to jail. I don't know if that's very stereotypically action, where it's like, I am Bushtat, and it's like very aggressive and angry. Oh, the first time I had Lisa lies to be popular, and it's for a natural reason. And I was like, oh yes, so I can make myself look smarter. Actually, there's a bunch of episodes where Lisa lied to be popular. I feel like that's the most stereotypical thing. Also, this is a very weird episode. I was like, oh yeah, we're college students. Because I looked at them, I'm like, oh. I was like, oh, there's probably going to be an episode where Lisa makes friends her own age. I don't know if that's because, like, the symptom is weird. Because at one point, if someone just looks raggedy and just has dehydration, they look 80. The show's done weirdly like that, and I like it. The one thing I also like is, if you look at Lisa's, or Bart's head, yeah, I look at Bart's head, and I think everyone's made a point where, like, Bart's head is just one thing that I don't get. It's like, if you look at that, it's just like, it's like, where's the hair? Like, there's a couple of things that, like, I like. Like, also, how does Marge's hair work? Period. I don't know. I know later on it shows it's, like, just one big hair. Because when she goes grey, it's like, ah yes, if I opened it up, actually no, I think that episode would be part. But if like, ah yes, I opened it up and it's grey, but it's one giant tower, which is like, what the? Some people have said like it's just a giant skull underneath her, which looks funny. Let's see that. How old is Lisa? Because I think the age usually stays the same. Like Bart's, I think, canonically 10. And the only reason why I remember that is because there's a new episode where it's like Bart has a birthday and it turns the lights off and it turns 11 and then it goes back to 10. How old is Lisa?
28 years old.
Okay, debatably, that makes sense. It's looking for someone else, but, Simpson. Yeah.
Flight 291 is now boarding. All passengers, please proceed to gate 4.
And it's parenting. Now I'm going to Moe's. You look after the kids. Bye! I think this is interesting that, like, Lisa's like, yeah, I want to be in college. Okay, so I know there's, like, some stuff like Kid Genius type shows where they show, like, if you're smart enough, you can go to college, and they show that as a good thing. I would disagree. Not because I am smart and I had this and that, like, made me have life. No. There's always a time where you should use your intelligence to go elsewhere. And I always agree with that. But there's also certain other things where, like, sometimes, yeah, maybe going to college would be good. But sometimes, because of how, like, the grown-up world kind of, like, sucks in a certain respect, having a childhood sometimes is good. Just having that space to just be you, just not needing. again, and also the one thing this is just me personally, I don't like when TV shows do like, and now here's this person in another life. But I know that's a fully trope thing, so I know I've kind of like got used to where it's like that will be a trope that exists. That's the one thing that I do like nowadays, is that being a nerd is less. It wasn't me. It was like, you've been living in a bubble for like a couple of weeks. Who else could it fucking be? I'm being like Russia, killing the shit out of Ukraine. Da, 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 da. Dun, 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 da, da, da. Ba-da. Ah. Yeah, I didn't win this one, and I keep losing. Anyway, and I keep losing. Anyway, anyway, multiplayer. I always try. I always end up doing at least one of these. Okay, so let's change. Jeez. Why is that? Why? Oh, great! I'm gonna go to right Sheila's house. No, I don't want to. I'm like, no, no. The food's at the front door. I feel like if I enter this place, I will die. No. I mean, just immediately leave. No, no, no. Yeah, why is that pudding? Stop turning on matches. I am very confused what's happening. Don't know what that does.
Flight 291 is now boarding. All passengers, please proceed to gate 4.
I love you have two people clearly designed in different areas. Because you have one person who I feel like is designed earlier on in the seasons, where she has less detail, and then you have the person designed for this episode who has more detail in her. Like, in this earliest episode, hairline for some people were just one clean swoop of color. But with this character, you have 2 lines round about here, 2 lines here, and 3 lines for like the upwards motion. But like if you look at the other character, it's just one block of color. Yeah. Beep is this? Although I still have that little thing waving around. I don't really care, but that's going to be there for all eternity.
Flight 291 is now boarding. All passengers, please proceed to gate 4.
Loot! Loot! Jesus. No power. Those are just bricks. Why are you getting bricks? That seems like the most worth. Unless you try to use them to steal.
Flight 291 is now boarding. All passengers, please proceed to gate 4.
Yeah, I was about to be like, that's your own bar! You're fully doing everything backwards. Everyone turns into a musical. Da 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 da. Okay. Why would... Yeah. Okay, one more scenario about custom.
Please proceed to gate 4.
Well, he believes that. That doesn't make it the truth. I can say, like, the world is gonna end in 2025, and if I believe that, that would mean it would ring true. It doesn't. I will run from Trevor.
Flight 291 is now boarding. All passengers, please
I love that's the most like, how's your mother? Who says I have a mother? It's like, scientists. Because if you exist, unless, no, actually, there's probably a couple of different reasons. Unless you, actually, no, that's actually a valid reason. I don't know what I'm talking about, because there actually is a valid reason why you couldn't. I'm an idiot, but I love how, like, it's being like, how has it been? It's like, I'm not talking. It's like, how could you know how it's been by just lying? But yeah, I hope you enjoy, and good night. And then install. And while I do that, I made this book for my 21st party, and I might as well play this while I'm at it. For not my 18th, and I did a thing about like props. But like one of the things that I'm doing, one of the things I did was made a bunch of props for the movie, for like movies that existed. And one of the ones that exist is this one. I'm not going to say what this is meant to be, because I want to see if anyone here is obviously in order 4, because I was meant to be item number 4. I'm going to see if you know who it is. I've also got a couple others, and I might use them for like first ones, because that'd be fun. It's like, I'm going to die alone. That's good enough. Okay, so I'm going to do a zombie, and then... But yeah. I'm going to keep the same I'm going to like do a review on this jacket, and then make a play game for this jacket. But on the review days, on like Saturdays, Sundays, where I've got none, I might most likely just wear a random jacket. Or most likely this, because this is a comfortable jacket. Why are you chucking Microsoft? Okay. Don't do that! That's glass! Glass of your tongue will hurt you. And that's what most people would say, because that's what glass does. It's not something you should put on your tongue. Here comes the mob, here comes the mob, there's a mob, and here's a mob, and there is a mob. Okay. Just I kind of forgot that Maggie's below 8, because I think Maggie, for the most part, is like below even 1. But I would say, I thought like, I thought like grandpa would be above 80. Right, you clearly can't make your own clothes. Yeah, it's dark. I've clearly lost. I can't. Yeah, I've lost. I can't actually do anything. Yeah, I don't know what I could do. That is concerning. I'd also like to point out, I love the thing about, like, you are guest. It was like, no, no, no. Try the other way around. Try it the other way around. That seems like the most ineffective. Actually, no, probably if I do it the other way. I've officially lost. I don't think I can actually win with this. That justifies murdering me. Jeez, that is F you. Da 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 ba 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 ma 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 ma. Okay. Let's go back, 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 live. Oh, absolute, like, it's like, I'm being called. I'll be there. Da, da. It's a form of thinking, man. Oh, that's hilarious. Why is Moman like in nearly every episode of this? How is that a dream? You literally nearly died in a plane crash. For f***'s sake. How many times is Crushy gonna do stuff which is knowingly gonna get you home? Book's still downstairs. Anyway. Okay, I'm gonna clean that later. So, yeah, let's see. I actually did some caddying for my family, which was fun. Actually, no, it's the thing working. Hello? 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 No, it is working. Okay, what's this? Available now. Okay, this I want to play so badly. It's one of those, like, it's one that people say is like Danganronpa. I want to play this game so badly. Like, it looks so cool. Legitimately. I want to see if I can save everyone. Why? Because, yeah, I don't know. I want to save everyone. Okay, so I need to open this up so I can test my current disease. Because I'm going to test my one. I love how the Edrons. So, that would be interesting. Strike! Oh, shoot. The font is not meant for today. Oh, shoot. I would leave. I love the fact that that's actually working. Okay. I love this bit where it's like we all have signature like. I like the idea where it's like she's good and it was like yeah no not the saxophone. I'm the saxophone person. You could be just you could be something else, but not the saxophone person. I think I've got it on a good speed. What I think I might want to do is do these for like try and do this for air, but I have no idea how to do that. So I don't know how to fix the numbers. I saw all of the sort of like Saw movies and all their deaths, and I had a moment where I was sort of like on like this boat trip with my family because we were like renting a boat for the day. And I looked into this. I think it was about it. I'm not gonna say if it was. I just know there wasn't any windows or doors. I think realistically there wasn't anyone. But weirdly enough, this should trigger the sensitivity, but it does not. So that is probably concerning. Anyway, because of that. I thought I saw like someone in the window, and their eyes. Also, if I'm done with it, but I love my voice, so why would I stop? Because please. I'm just gonna have this. Delete. Da, 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 da. Yeah, this might take a while because I need to delete a bunch of stuff. Why does it take so long? Ah, that is dark. Again, Bob actually went to jail for once. Jesus fuck! You're talking about killing a man. That is morbid. I love Barney switched between a person in AA to an alcoholic every single episode. And you think like that, and that's bad. It's partly good because one, realistically, you do switch between the two. But I love how that's not pointed out. Yet there's like, here's him being alcoholic, being like, oh yes, I'm pretending to be drunk. And then every single episode is like, and then this. So it's both. I like it because it's switching up, being like, that just switches up. The idea was like that would be realistic, but it also means you just jump between, by the way, he's an alcoholic, by the way, he's not, he's in AA, and he's actually just drinking coffee half the time. It's very confusing. But it's very weird, the town. And I am going to fail. I feel like this is good. I'm good. So, um, do you think this is the best modding material? Yeah, Plague Inc. The problem is, I'm bad because if you look here, I want to get Nerova, because the rest I've got silver besides a couple of the other ones. I might try a Parasite, see if I can get Parasite to gold. But then I'm going to go to here. Oh, yes. Yes, this is good. I need to see where my audio is because sometimes I'm behind. So, yes, this is good. But if this is good, or would you recommend another stuff? Because I don't know. Yeah, it is yes. Jesus. Global warming doesn't exist. Yes, it does. Oh, when Joe, my daughter, has the same thing. She's at home and she stays there. Are you kidding me? Global warming exists. Even in this 1990, there was enough evidence to prove it existed. The fact that, like, some people... I know I'm not judging The Simpsons, but The Simpsons is just breaking, like, some people who actually believe, like, the global warming doesn't exist. I don't know what you're talking about. It's like... Okay, so multiplayer. Who wants to fight me? Who wants to fight me? Come, I'm ready to be fight. But that doesn't mean you have to end the stream because I feel like stream sniping. Probably no one's doing that, but anyway. Who wants to fight? Who wants to fight? I'm gonna be here for 2 minutes. One way that you're not perfect, you constantly cheat and manipulate. You lie all the time. You have broken several laws around the world. You try and like show people you love them, and then betray them, and then do the same thing over and over again. Your marriage is the second example that I would use for Stockholm Syndrome, even though realistically I don't think it was Stockholm Syndrome. But sort of in front of Beauty and the Beast. May I continue? Probably not. I actually probably am stuck, but you know, none of which is good. All of these things are very concerning. It's like, yeah, there's all these bad things that you do. Really? I couldn't tell. It's like, you have done. Oh, probably not that bad. Probably you can hear lighting. It's like really pouring it down there. Okay, so let's do custom scenarios. No. Single player. Official scenario. Are you kidding me? Beep you. Okay. Single player. Custom scenario. let's go horror. Let's go. I will turn everyone into Flanders. Let's go Christianity. Oh, I am here. And now that I'm just setting some stuff up, I'm just gonna, again, I'm doing this more and more. I've got another, because I've actually started the other Lego one because I wanted to do the puzzle with Mum because she likes, like, jigsaw puzzles, and I thought that would be fun to do together. But the other one that I got as a present for my birthday, and there's going to be a lot of this. There's going to be a lot of this next week. And again, this is going to come out very late, and it'll be very funny. But here, we have Mickey. And it's got a couple different Disney movies on there, and it's really fun. So yeah, that's going to happen. So yeah. Yeah, I was about to be like, if you constantly are like, I think you should do this. I like the idea where it's like, if you constantly like, oh, you have to do this, yeah, and it's like failing. I highly doubt that. I highly doubt people being like, I'll allow you to impersonate me in anywhere near like, oh yeah, I'll allow you to just pretend to be me and for like. Okay. Wow. was about to be like, that's not what happened. I mean, it's like, and then we're gonna kill you. And I was like, fuck. What's our backstory with the band? And we're on. Why are we on stage? And a lot of people still died. But yeah, just gonna wait that. This is why this is getting harder, because it's harder for me to improve, because I don't know what I'm doing. But I hope you enjoy, and good night.